Om Swami Narayana Sakshadakshara Purushottamah Sarvebhyah Paramam Shantim Anandam Sukhamarpaye. Om Aksharamaham Purushottamadasoऽस्मि. Om परमश्रद्धेयाः इह समुपस्थिताः पूज्य स्वामी चरणाः आदरणीयाः एतत् कार्यक्रमस्य आयोजकाः एवं सर्वजिज्ञासु मित्राणि च सर्वेभ्यो मम हार्दं प्रणामाञ्जलिं निवेदयामि. On this auspicious day, I am delighted to be in the company of friends and great patrons of eternal wisdom. It gives me immense pleasure to see so many gathered here from countries throughout the world. We are eager to learn one of the most original, universal, and timeless traditions known to all of humankind. We are here to celebrate and commemorate the knowledge, wisdom, and experience passed down through generations since ancient time. Even though many of us live thousands of miles away, are from different cultures and countries, and possess diverse perspectives and expertise, it is remarkable that we find ourselves united today through yoga. Yoga takes on many different forms. It has a different meaning to different people and provides meaning in different ways to many. We all serve as a testament of its inherent unity and diversity. Among the many different forms of yoga, I would like to share with you today the yoga from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. I will try to put forward how does the Gita represent its own revelation of yoga. The Bhagavad Gita is a journey that commences with the harsh realities of life, continues through wisdom and the ache of transformation, and concludes with blissful enlightenment. The Gita is a poetic masterpiece of yogic contemplation that unites philosophy and life. It is a stream of yogic thought that flows from individual change to everlasting supreme peace. It is a reservoir of yogic energy that transforms sorrow into eternal bliss. Who better to uplift a fallen Arjuna, a Arjun in all of us, and convey the eternal principles of yoga than Bhagavan Sri Krishna himself, the ultimate Yogeshwara. It is for this reason that I turn to the Gita to learn about the eternal yoga. When asking the Gita to introduce itself, we come across a line that reappears at the conclusion of each of its chapters, repeatedly reminding us of its significance and the beating heart of its timeless wisdom. It announces, Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gitasu Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre. The Bhagavad Gita reveals itself as a Shastra of Yoga. Bhagavan Shri Krishna's revelation of yoga to Arjuna begins in the second adhyaya. He says, Esha te bhihita sankhye buddhi yoge tvimam shunu. O Arjuna, I have told you the philosophy of Sankhya. I will now explain the knowledge of yoga. Buddhi yoge tvimam shunu. He then continues, Buddhya yukto yaya partha karma bandham prahasyasi neha bhikramanashosti pratyavayo na vidyate swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. See the beauty of these words. Experience the splendor of the Sanskrit language. Observe the importance and depth of its wisdom, and look how yoga is shining here in its totality. In just a few short verses, Bhagavan Shri Krishna reveals the immense glory of yoga. Karma bandham prahasyasi. Yoga rewards us with freedom. Nehabhi kramanashosti. Yoga gives everlasting fruits. Pratyavayo na vidyate. Yoga is always without contrary or harmful results. Swalpam apyasya dharmasya. Yoga is dharma. Trayate mahato bhayat. Yoga protects us from great fear. Who in this world does not seek true freedom? To always be successful, to possess dharma, and become free from fear. They are not only desired by all, but the ultimate end of all human endeavors. The universality of yoga lies in the universality of its rewards. Bhagavad Gita then explains the path to attaining this yoga. It says, Shruti vi pratipannate yada sthasyati nischala samadha vachala buddhihi tada yogam avapsyasi. To attain yoga, a balanced mind is necessary. We need stability. We need stability of our thoughts. We need stability in our decisions and convictions. We need stability in our desires and ambitions. In terms of the Gita, this balance is sthita pragyata. And this sthita pragyata is a test of mental health and fortitude. Our image is painted by our own thoughts, decisions, convictions, and desires. With wavering thoughts comes a wavering life, a life that is disorientated, disturbed, detrimental, and destructive. The solution for this problem is very clear. The Bhagavad Gita says, Samadhi. Samadha vachala buddhihi tada yogam avapsyasi. To keep one's mind firm in samadhi. Samadhi is the pinnacle of yogic endeavors. Samadhi occurs when the indriyas, senses, and antakaran become entirely focused and engrossed in Paramatma. What are the characteristics of such samadhi? Arjun asks the same question to Bhagavan Shri Krishna. He says, Sthita pragyasya ka bhasha samadhisthasya keshava sthitadhihi kim prabhasheta kimasita vrajeta kim. O Keshava, what are the characteristics of one whose mind is entirely engrossed in samadhi and who is with unwavering conviction? How does he speak? How does he sit? And how does he move? In response to this question, Bhagavan Shri Krishna presents different characteristics of yoga. He explains, Prajahati yada kaman sarvan partha manogatan atmanyevatmana tushtaha sthita pragyastadochyate. Prajahati means to renounce, to abandon. Renunciation of worldly and unnecessary desires is the first step to becoming Sthita Pragya Yogi. The second step is Atmanyevatmana Tushtaha, satisfaction. We must learn to be satisfied in Paramatma, who resides within our own Atma. And thereafter, the Gita explains the Sthita Prajna Yogi is Dukkheshva Anudvigna Manaha Sukheshu Vigata Spruhaha Vita Raga Bhaya Krodhaha Sthitadhir Muni Ruchyate. We know life is an ocean of pain and pleasure. They affect our lives daily. Sometimes we are joyful and at other times feeling down. Sometimes we are excited and at other times we are bored and uninspired. The yoga practice teaches us an art of Dukkheshvanudvigna Manaha, an art of dukkheshwar udvignamanaha, how to deal with miseries, how to deal with worldly pleasures, how to get rid of fear and anger. Thereafter, the Sthita Prajna Yoga of Bhagavad Gita teaches us to possess Indriya Nigraha, the art of withdrawal, to withdraw our senses from sense objects. Using the example of a turtle, Gita explains, Yada samharate chayam kurmongani va sarvashaha indriyani indriyarthebhyaha tasya pragya pratisthitaha. One's conviction is unwavering when a person withdraws the senses from all worldly sense objects, just as a turtle withdraws its limbs. For attaining yogic stage, the Gita emphasizes the importance of sanyama in our life. And in the conclusion, Bhagavan Sri Krishna ends the chapter by defining yoga as Brahmi Sthitihi, the Brahmic state. He says, Esha Brahmi Sthiti Partha Nainam Prapya Vimuhyati Sthitvasyam Antakalepi Brahma Nirvanam Ruchati. O Arjuna, this is the state of Brahman. Having attained this state, one never gets delusion. Furthermore, even at the time of death, one, upon being in this state, attains the abode of Brahman. It is in Brahmi Sthiti that yoga finds its conclusion. It is a master symphony, Esha Brahmi Sthitihi. It is a master symphony where renunciation, satisfaction, stability in pleasure and pain, freedom from worldly desire, fear and anger, and withdrawal of senses from sense objects all come together in harmonious melody. Parabrahma Bhagavan Swaminarayan reveals the same understanding of yoga within his discourses. He describes Nirvikalpa Samadhi as attaining Brahmi Sthiti and remaining ever engrossed in devotion to Pratyaksha Parabrahma. So friends, we are gathered to celebrate the wisdom, practice and majesty of yoga. To commemorate this occasion, let us promise to read and reflect on these words of Bhagavad Gita, which not only guide us on our path to realize yoga, but also reveal the Sthita Prajna yogis that continue to live amongst us. I consider myself extremely fortunate to have not only studied the Bhagavad Gita, but also seen its living form in my Guru Pramukh Swamiji Maharaj and Mahanta Swamiji Maharaj. I have had divine opportunity to live with such yogi gurus and observe their dutiful, disciplined, dedicated, determined, devotional and divine life. And I am quite sure that you all have also had the darshan of such yogi gurus in your life. By teaching subtle yoga techniques, subtle Brahma yoga techniques, these gurus continue even today to pick us up during our worst, darkest moments when we, like Arjuna, have lost all our strength to fight. They listen to our problems, understand us, and offer solutions from Brahma Yoga, from Bhagavad Gita. They help us differentiate right and wrong. They hold our hand when we are grieving. They comfort us with the words, don't worry, ma shuchaha, and inspire us with saying, arise, uttishta, Arjuna, uttishta, arise. These yogi gurus continue to guide us how to perform karmas and how to act in this life. They teach us a unique yogic technique of yogastha kuru karmani. And finally, they gift us with ultimate enlightenment. Esha Brahmi Sthiti Partha Nainam Prapya Vimuhyati Brahma Bhutaha Prasannatma Nashochati Nakangshati. And that's it. This is the ultimate state of yoga. This is the ultimate result of yoga practice, and this is the ultimate destiny of yoga journey. Lastly, friends, let me conclude with a final verse from the Gita. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishnaha, Yatra Partho Dhanurtaraha. Wherever there is a guru like Yogeshwara Krishnaha, the bestower of yoga, and where there is a Shishya like Partho Dhanurdharaha, Gita confirms Tatra Shri Vijayo Bhutir Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. There resides fortune, unwavering prosperity and justice. This is my conviction, says Sanjaya. So, my humble pranams today to all distinguished Swamijis. I am grateful to the organizers for inviting me to this occasion and giving me the seva to present a humble tribute to Yoga Darshana. I also extend my gratitude to all of you for accompanying me on this memorable journey through the Gita. I pray that we may all continue to progress on our sacred paths and attain peace and bliss through yoga. Nunam adya anaya vishishta yoga sabhaya aham ativa prasannah ativa santustascha आनंदितो ममात्मा अन्ते च परमश्रद्धेयानां इह समुपस्थितानां पूज्य स्वामी पादानां चरणेषु अभिवन्द्य आदरणीयेभ्यः एतत् कार्यक्रमस्य आयोजकेभ्यः कृतज्ञतां निवेद्य सर्वश्रोतृमित्रेभ्यश्च हार्दान् धन्यवादान् व्याहृत्य सर्वेषां परममंगलं कामयमानोऽहं प्रणमामि विरमामि च। ओम शांति शांति शांति।